For my final project, I chose to do an analysis of the natural evolution of art in response to social and political realities which provoked the Impressionist movement. Impressionism was a reaction to not only the previously popular styles of realism and naturalism, but also a form of protest and a move of anarchy away from the impersonal and governed elitism of art during the 19th century. Impressionism offered the ability to witness what the artist saw and how they felt while painting it. The free brushstrokes offered a sketch-like quality that made one believe it was a captured moment. The freedom kept the artist from being accepted by the salon and in turn them further away from the need of their acceptance. The Franco-Prussian War led to the defeat of France and the end of Napoleon III's rule. This defeat left French society in chaos and created a more tumultuous divide between societal classes. With only about 100 years separating this loss from the French Revolution, it is evident that artistic expression and style evolved with the societal difficulties and realities in late 19th century France. Degas was born in Paris, France in 1834. After setting out to focus on painting, he met Manet. Together they formed a group of artists that focused on moving away from the classical ideas and political reigns of art into a more modern style. The most interesting aspect of Degas and his involvement in the Impressionist movement is that he often denied that he was an Impressionist painter. Degas had a lot of conflict with the other artists in the movement, even though he led and curated most of the exhibitions once he turned away from the Salon. Degas was one of the most well-known Impressionist artists, and his popularity was due to his fascination with the movements he could capture from the ballet. He painted divisively to bring the observer into the moment. This took him to the Paris Opera and its ballet school, where he created many of his works. The use of diagonals and fleeting light creates a sense of movement. You can see that there is no attempt to blend the color. The figures are not overly detailed, creating the feeling that it is from the eye in a moment of movement within the room. Objects that carry less movements are depicted more clearly to emphasize the motion in the other figures. Bright, vibrant colors and the use of shadow create a direction that creates focus throughout the image, further adding to the feeling of being present. Post-Impressionism was yet another reaction to society and Impressionism itself. Life was changing rapidly, and the growth of science and information was changing with it. You can feel the influence of a newly formed scientific importance in the pointillism style. The discoveries changed how society felt about the world and humanity. The movement from Impressionism to Post-Impressionism was away from the spontaneity and lack of definition, with a mathematical style focused on the system and the importance of using color to depict an image. Seurat found himself fascinated with the aesthetics when he was in school. Just like Degas, both were criticized for their work because they introduced styles built off of previous and presented social importance. Seurat was more aesthetically in tune with the changes within society, and with the boom of scientific discovery, his art became more mathematic and technical in style. Seurat was known to reflect the societal issues in France at the time through his paintings by depicting all different classes congregated together in the same. Both periods of this Impressionist movement carried with them the want to move more into a modern expression of art. When one style grows from another, it is not that the other is gone. It is more that the expectations and new expressions better depict what is happening at the time. Analyzing the work and lives of these two artists is to better understand that art is the living memory of what a time and its people were dealing with. What these artists did for themselves and art through stylistic differences allows us to learn and grow to benefit our time and our people.